In the vast reaches of the Milky Way, the Galactic Empire reigned supreme. Across countless solar systems, its shadow stretched, casting an omnipotent veil over planets that quivered beneath its overwhelming power. To countless alien civilizations, the Empire was the eternal ruler, an immovable force symbolized by its imposing fleet of sleek, fearsome starships. These vessels, armed with weapons capable of reducing entire cities to ash, floated above worlds like deities, exuding authority and control. The Empire was not merely a government, it was a sophisticated, unyielding machine, one that brooked no challenge to its supremacy. And though most were cowed by the Empire's might, there was one small blue planet that it regarded with disdain: Earth. Humanity had come a long way since its troubled beginnings. For centuries, Earth had been plagued by wars, conflicts, and divisions that left deep scars across the land. These trials, however, shaped the human spirit, teaching resilience and perseverance. Eventually, an era of unparalleled innovation emerged. The people of Earth, drawing strength from their tumultuous history, entered an age of rapid technological advancement. While the Empire mocked humanity as little more than an insignificant curiosity, Earth's greatest minds were busy pushing the boundaries of science and engineering. Within hidden laboratories and secret bases, they forged innovations that even the Empire couldn't imagine, setting the stage for a confrontation that would reshape the galaxy. Unbeknownst to the Empire, Earth's scientists had developed a fleet of stealth ships, equipped with advanced cloaking technology that could slip undetected through the most vigilant of sensors. The Empire's patrols were comprehensive, but Earth's stealth technology was revolutionary, capable of evading detection even in hostile territory. This breakthrough was humanity's answer to the Empire's arrogance. A fleet designed not to conquer, but to defend Earth's dignity and assert its right to exist freely. Earth's leaders had chosen Commander Elena Mendez to lead this daring mission. She was a seasoned officer, known for her determination and tactical brilliance, and she shared a fierce loyalty to her homeworld and its ideals. At the same time, in the heart of the Empire, a grand assembly was underway in the imperial capital. The emperor, draped in opulent robes adorned with the insignia of his empire, stood before his council, his presence alone demanding deference and obedience. The council chamber, a towering structure built from materials unknown to most civilizations, exuded luxury and power. Tall windows overlooked a sprawling metropolis below, each building a testament to the empire's wealth and reach. The emperor's voice, both proud and dismissive, echoed through the chamber as he sneered. "This earth," he spat, barely concealing his contempt, "is nothing but a speck of dust. Their achievements are laughable, their advancements trivial." He smirked, looking around at his council members, who nodded in agreement, their laughter following like a chorus, amused at the idea of humanity posing any kind of threat. Reports from Imperial scouts had occasionally mentioned Earth's technological developments, but these were regarded as mere curiosities, worthy of little more than a fleeting glance. The Empire saw itself as the zenith of all civilizations, dismissing lesser worlds with indifference. To them, Earth was a backwater, incapable of producing anything of significance. It was in this moment of complacency that Commander Mendez prepared to launch her mission. Far from the Empire's prying eyes, hidden on the dark side of the moon, Commander Mendez addressed her crew. The atmosphere in the control room was tense, yet filled with an unspoken camaraderie. Her gaze was steady, her voice calm yet filled with a fierce resolve. "They think they can mock us," she declared, her tone unwavering. "They think we're nothing more than a primitive planet, unworthy of their respect." She paused, scanning the faces of her crew, each one reflecting her own defiant spirit. "But we've been preparing for this moment. We've perfected the technology and now it's time to show them just how wrong they are." With a commanding gesture, Mendez activated the holographic display in the center of the room. The map of the Empire's vast territorial space spread out before them, a sea of red with Earth represented by a small, defiant blue dot. She pointed to their destination, the Zenith Citadel, the colossal space station that served as the heart of the Empire's power. "That," she said, her voice steady with conviction, "is our target. The symbol of their arrogance. We strike there, and the Empire will know we're no longer just a distant planet." Excitement buzzed through the room, the crew's anticipation palpable. They understood the gravity of the mission. The fleet would consist of a dozen stealth ships, each one a masterpiece of human engineering, equipped with cloaking devices that rendered them nearly invisible to the Empire's sensors. Their plan was audacious to say the least, an assault on the Empire's very core, the Zenith Citadel. For the crew, this mission was more than an attack. It was a message, a declaration that humanity would not be subjugated or dismissed. As the fleet departed from Earth, gliding silently through the dark void, every crew member was keenly aware of the risks. They were venturing into the heart of enemy territory, armed with the hope that their technology would hold, and that their will would be enough to carry them through. The journey was tense, with moments of silence punctuated by quiet discussions and last-minute system checks. For Commander Mendez, each mile closer to the Zenith Citadel was a testament to humanity's resilience, a step closer to proving that Earth was not just a forgotten rock in space. Meanwhile, in the luxurious halls of the Zenith Citadel, the Empire continued its festivities. The station was a marvel of engineering, a massive fortress suspended in the stars, radiating power and opulence. Imperial officers and dignitaries reveled, completely unaware of the storm brewing on the edge of their territory. In their arrogance, they could not fathom that Earth, the planet they considered irrelevant, was on its way to shake the very foundations of their empire. As the Earth fleet approached the Citadel, Commander Mendez's heart pounded. She could see the station looming in the distance, a hulking silhouette against the backdrop of stars. "Cloak the fleet," she ordered, her voice calm despite the tension in her chest. With a quiet hum, the Earth ships activated their cloaking devices, becoming shadows in the void, mere whispers slipping closer to their target. Inside the Citadel, alarms suddenly blared. An officer, noting the anomalous readings, rushed to report to the Emperor. "Your Excellency, we've detected an anomaly near the outer perimeter," he said, his voice filled with unease. The Emperor, however, dismissed it with a wave of his hand, laughing. What could they possibly do? He scoffed. But his arrogance would be his undoing. In that moment, the Earth fleet decloaked, emerging from the shadows like specters of vengeance. "Prepare to engage," Mendez commanded, her voice steady as the Earth fleet opened fire. The energy beams sliced through space with surgical precision, striking the Citadel and sending shockwaves through its structure. The Imperial forces scrambled, unprepared for such a sudden and precise assault. They were used to showy displays of power, but this was different. This was human ingenuity in action, a carefully planned strike that exposed every weakness in their defense. The battle raged with unmatched intensity. Earth's nimble, agile ships darted around the massive Imperial vessels, employing tactics that the Empire had never anticipated. Commander Mendez maneuvered her ships skillfully, evading fire and delivering precise shots that targeted critical systems on the Citadel. The Empire's officers, once laughing in contempt, now wore expressions of fear and disbelief. "Reinforcements are on the way," someone shouted, panic clear in their voice. Commander Mendez knew that time was of the essence. "Target their command center," she ordered, her voice firm. Her flagship unleashed a powerful blast, tearing through the heart of the Citadel. The once mighty fortress shuddered, its systems failing, the Empire's facade of invincibility crumbling before their eyes. In the Imperial chamber, the Emperor's laughter faltered, his confidence shattered. "What is happening?" he demanded, his voice rising as the gravity of the situation became clear. His council, once smug and dismissive, looked on in horror as reports flooded in of Earth's relentless assault. Back on the bridge, Mendez rallied her crew with a triumphant cry, "This is for all of humanity." The Earth fleet pressed their advantage, each ship a symbol of defiance, of a people determined to be free. As the Citadel crumbled, so did the Empire's dominance. For the first time, the galaxy witnessed humanity's strength, its unity, and its will to fight for survival. As the last remnants of the Citadel drifted away as debris, Commander Mendez looked out at the stars. The battle was won, and a new era had begun. Earth had sent a powerful message to the galaxy. Humanity was no longer a forgotten speck but a force to be reckoned with. Somewhere, in the heart of the universe, the remnants of the Empire felt the weight of their arrogance and knew that the tide had turned. Commander Mendez stood in the quiet aftermath of the battle, her eyes fixed on the stars where the last fragments of the Empire's proud Zenith Citadel drifted, glowing softly in the distant light. Her crew, still breathless from the intensity of their victory, began to comprehend the magnitude of what they'd accomplished. This wasn't just a skirmish or a tactical victory, it was a profound statement, a rallying cry that would echo across the galaxies. Through the communication channels, the voices of her fleet resounded with excitement and pride, each member understanding that they had just defied an entity that once seemed untouchable. The sense of unity among her crew was palpable, born not just from the shared objective but from the knowledge that they were protecting something far greater than themselves. As they began assessing damages and preparing for the journey home, Mendez knew that this battle was only the beginning. The Empire's wrath would surely follow, but she also knew that humanity now had allies throughout the galaxy. Those who until this moment hadn't dared to imagine an alternative to the Empire's oppressive rule. Meanwhile, as news of the Citadel's fall spread, the Empire's far-reaching influence began to show cracks. Across star systems and colonies, whispers of rebellion sparked like brush fires, stoked by the audacity of Earth's resistance. On planets once subdued by the Empire's tyranny, people began to question and hope. The fall of the Zenith Citadel became a story retold with awe, passed on from one system to the next, inspiring uprisings and clandestine alliances. Alien factions, once resigned to the Empire's control, saw in humanity a glimmer of possibility, the idea that they too could rise up against their oppressors. The Empire's propaganda machines worked overtime to suppress these stories, dismissing Earth as a minor threat that had merely gotten lucky. But the truth was unstoppable. The seeds of resistance had already been sown. Even the Empire's own citizens, who had long been taught to view Earth as primitive and inconsequential, now saw cracks in the narrative they'd been fed. The unthinkable had happened, and the Empire's enemies, once disparate and isolated, were slowly but surely realizing their strength and unity. Back on Earth, news of the fleet's victory reached every city, every home, sparking celebrations that lit up the planet. Humanity's collective spirit soared, each person feeling the weight of triumph, the resilience of their species affirmed. The knowledge that their small, overlooked planet had challenged and defeated a seemingly invincible empire filled people with a newfound confidence. For years they had worked in secrecy, pooling their resources and intelligence, honing their strategies in preparation for this day. Now that perseverance had borne fruit. Scientists and engineers celebrated in their labs, mechanics and builders toasted to their accomplishments, and civilians took to the streets in a mix of joy and disbelief. They had proven to the galaxy that humanity was not to be trifled with. With the Empire wounded, Earth's leaders began forging alliances with other discontented species, hoping to build a coalition that could one day bring peace and autonomy to all who had suffered under the Empire's rule. Humanity had entered the galactic stage not as supplicants, but as equals, ready to shape the future on their own terms.